be a very good football game, a very exciting football game. Two evenly matched teams, playing for a championship.
You've got 2 speeches left in your bag, I'm guessing. What do you bring out on Sunday?
Ooh, you know what? I never have them pre-scripted. I just find that moment, and usually it's there, and then I just get those guys going.
You've prepped the defensive units, defensive backs for Eastern and Western finals. How is it different as a head coach to get a group ready?
The biggest thing is, just overseeing, the whole team. But I will tell you this, it's, I don't want to say easier, but, when you have quality coaches that's able to get the guys that's prepped, they've been in them also, and just have some players, then it's probably a little bit easier to be able to do it.
The guys were very loose heading into the BC game. Have you noticed the same this week, or are they a little bit tighter?
Well, I'll tell you, the guys are very focused. I think they have a focused in, and, as far as the looseness, they know they just had to go play ball. We know this is a big game, and what I mean by that is, it's the Western Final, but at the same time, I don't think the game is too big for us.
Will Chris Getzlaff play?
It's a miracle. He will play.
He will play? You're calling it a miracle? Was that uncertain?
It was a miracle. We didn't know until the last hour, but Chris will go.
Nick Lewis says he's going to play. Does that change the way you approach this?
That would be 2 miracles then. I thought that, you guys told me about it yesterday. Coach Huffnagel, I read an article a week ago, said he didn't think that he would go. So, that's the kind of conflicting there, reports there. So if he goes, and we'll be ready to defend him as well.
What did you see in practice from Getzlaff today? You said yesterday there were some more things you wanted to see before you made a decision. So what
well, I just wanted to make sure that, there was a progression from each day. And, he got through practice today. There was a better progression. He ran his routes, faster, and he made more moves and things like that to finish the whole game plan.
Corey, you've been around the block many times as an assistant coach, as a head coach. This is your first Western Final as a head coach. Does that matter into the equation at all or not?
You know what? It's really the next game to me. And I think that's the biggest thing. I thought it would feel a whole lot different, but it doesn't. It feel like it's the next game, and it's a game that, we've prepared to win.
What do you mean a whole lot different? What did you think?
Well, I thought it would be all the, wow, this is it. It's the Western Final or Eastern Final, wherever I thought I'd be. But, it's the Western Final, and as a head coach, I think that's just the maturity and my mindset, and maturity in the team's mindset is, it's the next game, and we have to be able to win it.
Do you feel you have that maturity in your room after what you saw last year in the West semifinal? Oh,
definitely. This is an improved team, and what I mean by that, it's not just improved talent, but it's also improved mindset. You guys like Corey Sheets, he's a guy that grew up from last year to this year, and we just have so many different guys that's been able to see it, and I think they've learned from those experiences.
Some of these guys will play in their first West final or divisional final. Is it that much different from a semifinal?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is because that you're only 60 minutes away from the big game. And the closer you get, like I said, sometimes the more the more the nerves are. But like I said, for the most part, I think that the guys will be good. And I guess also answering the previous question is when you've been on a couple of them, then your nerves kind of settle down a bit.
With McIlvaine in there for George, what difference does that make? Is there any big of a switch?
Not for me. Like I said, it's kind of hard to start all those guys at the same time. Both the guys have played, both guys have rotated, and we believe in both those guys.
Do you have to be careful not to ramp up the anxiety of a team going into a West Final and try to play it like each individual week?
No, I think, we've added enough guys that's been in enough finals and enough championship games to understand it, to understand how it goes, understand that you're going to be playing the best team, the 2 best teams will be playing, and know you'll be playing against them, and you know what the end result will be.
How much does a home game for the Grey Cup loom over your head when you're in the West Final?
You know what? That's not even something that you think about. Just the Grey Cup in general. A home game. It's just happened to be played here. I don't think so much as it's the home game here. We just want to be in the Grey Cup. That's been my thing since I've been in this league. So it just happens. It's probably just a little less travel and easy to be around the family during that time.